Hey everybody, Barry Miller. Welcome to this week's episode of Big Boyz Toyz. You know, a couple of weeks ago, maybe 2 or 3 weeks ago, you seen the show, the New Year's special, and it showed you what we did in 2005. You know, and I have people come up to me and they said, Barry, we love that show. Said, but do you have anything about what y'all did to begin with? You know, we started this show back in 2002, and you know, back in the archives, we got films way back where I used to walk around the cars and all. So what we decided we'd do, we'd go back, not 3 years or 4 years, we're going to go back to like 2003. We're going to go back to 2003 and show you some of the cars that stuck out in my mind, some of the cars that you always talked about. So we're going to show you some of these cars. So sit back, relax. This is a show you don't want to miss because you don't know who's going to be on this show. We'll be right back.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time once again for Big Boyz Toyz. Tonight, your host Barry Miller will bring you the sleekest, trimmest automobiles from around the area that have been beautifully restored. If you love streamlined, full-force race cams, then this show is for you. So sit back, but don't get too relaxed. This is Big Boyz Toyz.
So you want the best deal on a pre-owned automobile? Ron Newton does it again. Announcing the car, truck, and SUV summer sell-off. Record Sales has brought in a huge selection of late model trade-ins inspected by Ron Newton himself before they're ever put on the lot. Make an offer on the best selection of pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs. Ron Newton's summer sell-off is only for a limited time at Ron Newton Used Cars, top of the hill, Quintard, Anniston.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, next vehicle. If you remember about 2 weeks ago when I showed you a little bit of the Hall of Fame, you've seen this gentleman right here, Mr. Ed Chandler, and I interviewed Ed and his sisters on his mother's vehicle. It's in the Hall of Fame here, Cleo Chandler Chevelle. Ed's got a 63 split window Corvette. It's the prettiest thing you ever laid two eyes on, Mr. Ed Chandler, that Kay keeps straight. Somebody told me earlier in this show that the best thing about Miss Chandler was she kept you straight, and it takes Kay 24 hours to keep you straight too.
That's about right.
That's about right. Tell us about your vet.
It's a 63 model, Riverside Red, 327, 340 horse.
It's a big engine, isn't it?
Well, it was
back then.
Back in days, yeah, it was pretty close to the biggest horsepower when they made, but it's just all original. And I'll say it's been painted about 20 years.
How long have you had it?
Since '69, about 34 years.
34 years?
Yeah.
You know, most people say, you know, they say they've been married 34 years, and they say to the same woman, he's kept the same car 34 years. You done good.
Yeah.
You're going to have Kay more than 34 years.
I hope.
You got a good one.
Somebody got to keep me straight.
She's sitting over there grinning. She keeps you straight.
Well, of course she does, yeah.
I know that's right. You get her up every morning, make sure she's at work on time.
Make sure she's not late. Don't want to be late for work.
Okay, you bought the car 34 years ago, and you just maintained it over the years.
Yeah, that's what I say. It just hadn't. It's been painted twice in its life. About 20 years ago, I painted it the last time, and which this is the first time I've even driven the car in 15 years. I drove to the service station back last March when we put gas in the mile over there. Mm-hmm. And then,
I don't know what he drove to the service station for, but he drove.
I didn't want to run out of gas in the mile. You know?
You told me that you took this out, so this year when you go to the cruises, you could drive the convertible vet. Kay could drive this one, or Kay drive the convertible and you drive this one.
Yeah, she'd probably look better in the convertible than the split window. You know what I mean? Because you can see her better.
Ed, I'm your buddy now, but Kay look better than either one.
Well, I
of them.
know that. That's what I said. I tried to get her to come up here and talk about this thing.
It's easy. Kay, come here.
Yeah.
Watch this. See, I can do it. It's
Yeah.
easy. Because if she don't come up here, I'm gonna get her.
Yeah, well, that's
I ain't gonna do that to Miss Bailey. Don't do that to Miss Bailey. Miss Bailey treats you like a redheaded stepbaby in front of people.
You know,
Here come Kay. Chandler. Kay, which one you gonna drive? A split window or the convertible? Oh, whichever one you want to drive.
Either one he tells me.
Oh,
so now I got a train, buddy. I'm telling you.
no, you
I've
ain't.
worked hard.
You gotta run. You're talking big junk from that camera. I bet when you get home, your team changes.
I worked hard with it though. I've had it for what 23 years, so you know I raised her from a pup.
No, you
Yeah,
didn't.
well, taught her everything she need to know anyhow.
It's like Jerry Calhoun said the other day. Me, you, Johnny, Jimmy Key, all of us married beyond our means.
Well, that's true. I ain't no doubt in my
mean,
mind.
we're lucky.
Yeah, yes, sir.
We're lucky.
Very lucky. I guarantee you.
The other day when me and you was in here filmed about your mother, tell the people about the Hall of Fame besides that car. I mean, a lot of people here tonight looking around.
Oh, yeah.
This thing's nice.
We came down earlier tonight, and we've been through it again. That's what's every time you come through, it's just it's just amazing. I mean, the big boat out in the middle here, that's fascinating to me. Just
It's 4 crazy people in the world because that thing holds 4 people.
yeah.
And anybody go 189 mile an hour on the water, it's got to be crazy.
Well, that's what's it.
They're crazy than me and you, and that's crazy.
No doubt in my mind.
No doubt in my mind. They might not marry beyond their means, but they sure ain't got no brain. Tell them people out there as soon as I get done with that little 66 Mustang what we're going to do.
We're going to eat some big old steaks.
We're going to eat.
Yes,
Y'all,
sir.
we're going to eat. Y'all going to miss it. Tuesday night, they say, y'all be watching this show Tuesday night?
Yep.
Tuesday night, they'll be gone. Them steaks be gone. We'll be done eating. We'll be done slept 3 times.
That's right.
We'll be eating again by then.
Oh,
We'll be right back with Big Boyz Toyz. We got a 66 Mustang we're going to show you, then we're going to tell you good night. Ed, K. Chandler,
Okay. Good night.
let's see. You got a 56 Chevrolet I ain't seen. I've seen it. They ain't seen it. I've seen it in the shop. Get it out and start cleaning. We'll be right back with Big Boyz Toyz. You know, a lot of people, when you say molded carpet, they don't know what you're talking about. Auto Custom Carpet right here on Noble Street, downtown Anniston. Ken Howell and his staff, they have molded carpet for your vehicle. Molded carpet means it fits right in your vehicle. Pre-cut, all you have to do is pick out the color, tell them the make of the car, go in there on Monday, order that carpet. Guess what? Towards the end of the week, they'll be calling you to pick it up. Go home, it will lay right in that car. Any type car made, they have it right there at Auto Custom Carpet. Go by today or call and tell them Barry Miller from Big Boyz Toyz sent you by.
American Income Tax Service. They have electronic filing. They do individual and business tax filing. They have all the necessary paperwork right there. They do anticipation and refund loans right there at the American Income Tax Services. They have offices in Anniston, Gadsden, Gunnersville, Collinsville, Rainbow City, and Attala. They do all tax services right there in one place. Contact any of the associates of American Income Tax. Tell them you heard their ad on Big Boyz Toyz and you'd like them to fill out your taxes.
You know, sometime during your life, everyone has to make decisions of the proper insurance to buy, whether it be business insurance, auto insurance, homeowners, motorcycle, motorhome, campers, even your antique vehicles. West Insurance Agency is your independent dealer for this area, right here on Hamrick Drive in Oxford. They have plans for any type of driver, regardless of your driving record. Steve and his staff represent several different companies, and they can get the right plan for you. They have a slogan: when you see us, don't think of insurance, but when you think of insurance, think of us. Give them a call today. Tell them Barry Miller from Big Boyz Toyz told you to call. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, next vehicle, Mr. Johnny Mathis from Moody, Martin from Moody, Alabama. Gorgeous 1955 Chevrolet. Tell us about it, Johnny.
Well, it's a 55 Chevrolet 2-door sedan, Bel Air, 350 engine, 4-speed transmission, late model running gear under it. Real nice car.
Where all do you go in the car? You cruise a
I
lot?
hit a lot of cruise ins. I've caught a couple of y'all's cruise ins up this way.
I know, that's where I met you at and told
Right.
you, I had to have this car on. And
You go a lot of the cruise-ins down here. Did you go to cruising the coast this year?
No, I didn't make that.
How long did it take you to restore it? Did you do most of the registration?
Well, I bought this car basically like you see it. I changed the wheels and some of the cosmetics about it, but I've had this car 4 years, and I've had a 55 just about ever since I've been able to drive.
Okay, what made you pick the 55? I mean, you said you've always had a 55. What is it about I ask people all the time, I see people with 55, 56, 57s. Why is the 55 special to you?
I don't know, it's just something that I'm drawn to. I can be at a car show and these 55 just stick out for me. I go right straight to them, and I like all the old cars, but this is my particular one that I like.
Your favorite?
Yes.
Where do you work? You work over in Moody?
I'm a plumber. I plumb for myself.
So if we need anything fixed, call you.
Or trash.
Or trash can't fix nothing.
Well, I know it.
I was kidding the other day. He called me and said, "What are you doing?" I said, "Working." He said, "I am too." I said, "No, you don't. You work for the city of Moody." He rides around a truck.
He uses that word work loosely.
I went over there one day, and he rides around and eats. Is all he does.
And drink coffee.
And drink coffee. The interior and all. You say you bought it like it was?
I bought it basically like it is.
That is one red car. Now, what color red do you call it?
It's a poppy red.
Poppy red. Most of your 55s like this, people run automatics, the 400s or what made you pick the 4-speed?
Well,
You just like to play with it?
I just like to play with it. It feels more like a hot rod.
And I bet it runs pretty good.
Oh, it
too.
runs real good. It's smooth on the road.
But 90% of the cars, the 55, 56 and all, they'll have automatics. I don't know if people like them better for long trips or cruising in town where they ain't got to change all the gears and stuff like that.
I just like the stick shift more than I do the automatics.
What do you think about the Hall of Fame?
Well, it's great. I never have been up here. There's a lot of neat stuff up here.
I was telling people they need to come down when we're filming this show. If we're not interviewing their car, just to come down and come through the Hall of Fame. I think they got a special, Big Boyz Toy special is $5, and they can get in and go through every one of these rooms, look at everything in here for $5.
Right.
You can't beat that.
I got 2 little grandsons I'm gonna bring back up here. They like looking at this stuff.
Well, January and February, every Saturday night, we will be in the Hall of Fame here, and it's just remarkable. There's more rooms, there's rooms everywhere, and they change it.
Right.
A lot used to come down here, and it had a lot of the personal cars like the Chargers and stuff like that. And I think back here they got about 3 Finn cars in here, but most of the rest of these cars have something to do with racing. Either the pace cars, or I think I've seen 2 Trans Ams out there with the pace cars. Or tell you what, you got a beautiful 55 Chevrolet. You can bring this thing anytime to Big Boyz Toys because it is gorgeous and you keep it spotless. Trash said if it rained, you wouldn't be here. You don't take it out in the rain.
No, sir.
I told him we'd send
Sun's out, I don't go.
I told him we'd send an enclosed trailer to get you. Appreciate you being on the show. You
Nice
got a
deal.
gorgeous car. We'll be
Thank
right
you.
back with Big Boyz Toys. Keach Optical, right here on Quintard Avenue. They're across from Amco Transmission on Quintard. I tell you what, the staff in their place are second to none. Hearing aids, they have hearing tests in there. They got hearing aids in there. And glasses, he's got any kind of glasses you want. He has the type like I wear, it has no frame on it. He has these with the clip on it for sunglasses, just about anything. They have a doctor on staff that can do your prescription, and they also the hearing test right there. They do it right there in the place and get your hearing aid today. Most turnaround on the glasses, they say turnaround's about 24 hours, maybe 2 days at max, turn around your glasses. He puts a 10 in them. He does anything right there. So go by there and tell him Barry Miller from Big Boyz Toys sent you by. Hey everybody, Barry Miller from Big Boyz Toys. M&L Auto Repair, right there on 78, right across from the Quick Meds. Tell you what, Manuel and his staff can do anything that's known to be done to a car, they can do it. Tell you what, he's the specialist around here on carburetors. All you guys got these old street rods and all, or you've got some of the old cars, the carburetor ain't running right, he rebuilds Quadrajets, Holleys, just about anything. He's a Jasper engine dealer, and he has Jasper engines and transmissions. Also, they're TechNet professionals. They're members of the TechNet, so that means they're good. They do about anything, and when they rebuild a motor for you, I'll tell you what, it's going to be a difference. That motor's going to look different when they rebuild it. They put their special touch on that engine before you pick it up. So go by and see Manuel or one of the staff at M&L Automotive and tell them Barry Miller from Big Boyz Toys sent you by.
Crawford Office Supply right here in Anniston moved into the brand new location, 2,500 square foot building right there on Layton Avenue. Anything to deal with office supplies, Crawford has it right there in stock. Pens, papers, pencils, anything. Scratch and dent furniture, brand new office furniture, filing cabinets, you name it, it's right there. They have free delivery also for all their products. Hey, if you need something that they don't have in stock at Crawford Office Supply, guess what? They can order it. 1 or 2 days, they got it in stock. Go by today, tell them Barry Miller from Big Boyz Toys sent you by.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, next vehicle, a 19, see, let me look at this shit and make sure I get it right. 85 Camaro, Mr. David Goodson, Anniston, Alabama, welcome to the show. Y'all might remember David's red Camaro with the flames, big motor like that right there. Big motor. Tell us about this one, David.
Well, this is an 85 model Z28, belonged to a police department just south of Green Bay, Wisconsin. They used it for a drug awareness program up there to try to draw their teenagers into racing and get them away from drugs. They decided they wanted to downgrade a little bit and go to something else, so they put this car on the internet for sale, and I bought it and went to Green Bay, picked it up, and brought it back down here. It's all steel car, everything. It don't have any fiberglass except for the hood. It's got the original glass, power windows, power trunk release. It's a back half car with a Dana 60 with 488 gears, got a power glide transmission with a trans brake, and it's got a mild 427 with 2.4 barrels and a blower.
Mild.
Mild.
Didn't sign no mild when you come in here a while ago.
Well, it's just not real. It's not a real powerful motor. It's just because to run the blowers now, you got to run low compression. Run low compression, not going to build a lot of serious horsepower with them. But this is just a street blower. It's not a competition blower or anything. It's just more or less just to play with it.
Right, the police department had this made just to get the kids interested in cars instead of drugs and stuff.
Yeah.
So they really couldn't build it for racing. I mean, just drag racing. That's really what it would build for, right?
Oh no, the car's built for drag racing. They own 4 cars. They own this car. They owned a S10 pickup and 2 junior dragsters.
Did they run them on the drag?
Yes.
They took the kids with
Yeah.
them and just, okay.
The police officers drove this car. The teenagers that were old enough and could get permission from their parents drove the S10, little S10 pickup, and the children that didn't have a driver's license drove the junior dragsters. And they've got about 6 or 8 chapters in Wisconsin. It's called Beat the Heat, and that was their logo. And it was just to them, this car was just a little bit more radical than what they wanted, because when we saw it on the internet, it had a picture of the car leaving the line at the drag strip with the front end off the ground. And a guy that works for me named Dale Hanks called the police department and talked to him and said, was this a freak deal that y'all got with this car with the wheels off the ground, or does it always leave like that? And they said, no, it leaves every time with the wheels in the air. So it's like my convertible, it's just something different. Any of the police departments, most all the police departments in our area have got a drug awareness program of some description that they participate with. And of course, the drug task force goes to the schools and so forth. And like I said, I've offered the car at no cost to them. All they've got to do is just call me and let me know when they want it, where they want it. And apparently they just don't have the interest in it. I wish we had the participation in it like they did in Wisconsin, because when I got up there, wasn't just this one chapter that I bought this car from. They had like 8 or 10 chapters. So there was numerous cars, and they run these cars on a circuit that they run 12 races a year.
David, appreciate you bringing the car out. You got a beautiful car. We'll be right back with Big Boyz Toyz.
Farmers and Merchants Bank. Farmers and Merchants Bank's got 4 locations to serve you: Piedmont, Anniston, Oxford, and downtown Jacksonville. 90 years of service. I'll tell you what, Farmers and Merchants Bank is the bank. It's not like any other bank around. You can go in and they get your decision today. They make your decision on a loan or whatever you need right in that location. You have a personal banker that takes care of you right here. Don't have to send it to Birmingham, Charlotte, or anywhere. Go by one of the Farmers and Merchants Bank today. Tell them Barry Miller from Big Boyz Toyz sent you by. When someone smiles at you during the day, it kind of makes you feel great all over. Dr. Travis Phillips and his friendly staff right here in Oxford, Alabama, says stop by their office and they'll help put that beautiful smile on your face. They have teeth whitening, general dentistry, cosmetic dentistry, dental hygienist, oral surgery, everything right here in Oxford, Alabama. He has full x-rays and partial x-rays that he does right in his office, and you'll find out right then what he needs to do. They got professional staff. They have a saying, go the extra mile for the beautiful smile. Stop by and tell them Barry Miller from Big Boyz Toyz sent you by. If you own an automobile, your starter, alternator, clutch, pressure plate, something's going to go out sooner or later. Precision Parts and Rebuilders, right there beside Betty's Barbecue, Anniston, Alabama, they rebuild these parts right there in the store. Hey, you guys fixing up the old cars, want to keep the matching numbers on your starter and alternator, they do it right there. Hey, and if they replace your starter and alternator, you get a lifetime warranty. Go Go by there and tell them Barry Miller from Big Boyz Toys sent you by. You know, 90% of most homeowners don't know they have a pest or termite problem until they have a very expensive repair bill. Why not let the professional staff at Rice Pest Control inspect your home before it happens? With 50 years of experience in Northeast Alabama and with their free termite inspection for new customers, don't you think it's better be safe than sorry? Call Tracy Rice today or one of his sales staff. Tell him Barry Miller told you to call. Hey, if you mention Big Boyz Toys, you get 50% off your first initial service. So call them today at 1-800-850-4661.
Among the rest of them. This is the only one you hadn't seen. You've seen 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 of them. This is number 8. Mr. Billy Bailey, Oxford, Alabama, 69 Camaro 396 big block. Tell us about it.
Well, it's a 69 Rally Sport Super Sport. It's Glacier Blue. I bought this car from Curtis Summers.
Oh, no.
Yeah, bought it in Curtis
Is this the one that Curtis told me? He said, well, Billy's got one good Camaro. I know it.
That's it. It's the best one out of all of them.
Curtis was on my New Year's show. Did you see that New Year's show?
Yeah, sure did.
I don't know if Curtis knows it or not, but he was on the New Year's show.
Yeah.
And how long have you had it?
About 6 months.
And I see you and Tina driving this one a lot.
Yeah, we drive this car. It's got air. It's just a real good car.
How did you talk her into coming tonight after the Christmas show?
I have no idea.
I want
She
her
just got the
Cadillac.
car.
Well, see, I can't get no more of your Camaro, so I'm gonna book her Cadillac next week.
Yeah, that sounds good. Let her do it.
And you know it's her in Oxford. It says, what's that tag say? Let's see, what is it? T. Bailey, ain't it?
Bailey, Ballei or something like
So
that.
you know that's her. No, I can't tell you what kind of car she drives. That'd be nasty, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
She got a Cadillac and it's green, light green. Okay, this is the last of the bunch. Are you gonna get another before we get started good this year?
I don't know. I got a barn full.
Have you people been calling me about the big block truck that he had that won the best of the best for sale? It's gone. It's history. Guy asked me yesterday about it. I called Billy. It's gone. It went bye-bye. It's gonna be another Camaro somewhere. And you do have a Z28. I've had it on the show, but it was with someone else owning it. But I know you got a Z28 I ain't had on the show. I heard
That's
you.
right. Yep, that's right.
I just thought about that.
I was hoping you'd forget it.
Oh, where's that guy? Where's he at? Stand by counter. He told me to ask you something about, say, 06. Z06. What is that, man?
I got one of them too.
Yeah, you got a Z06, don't
Yeah.
you? Is it yours?
I know it's my son's.
It's your son's. Does it run good?
It runs real good. Real good.
It runs real good.
Yeah.
He's a loss for words.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna tell you how he knows it runs real good. I'll put it this way. When he seen it running real good, he wasn't driving it. He was following it.
That's right.
We'll be right back with Big Boyz Toys. We got 2 more left, so don't go nowhere. We'll be right back. If I can talk. F&S Body Shop right here in Anniston, Alabama. Franklin and Shirley Graham, tell you what, they've been in the body shop business over 30 years. If you go by their place out there, they expanded so much. Body work, he says, if it's insurance work, right off the street, whatever. And Franklin says if you've got a Corvette or any kind of fiberglass work you need done, he's the fiberglass specialist for this area. So go by and see Franklin, tell him I sent you by. Remember, he's got 24-hour record service, so he'll come get your vehicle. Tell him I sent you by. Hey buddy, let me tell you about a place in town that has all of your home improvement needs in one place. Triplet Paint and Decorating right on Wilmer Avenue in Anniston. They have DeVoe paint, Benjamin Moore paint, and Coronado paint. These paints go on easy and they're great and they look great when you get done with it. They have all the stuff to put it on with, the rollers, the paint brushes, everything. Hardwood floor, they got Robbins hardwood floors in there. Carpets, they have Shaw and Mohawk. Best carpets made. Laminate flooring, rugs, a little bit of everything. Remember the DeVoe and the Benjamin Moore and the Coronado paint, these are paints used by professionals. You can go in Triplet Paint and Decorating right here in Anniston, Alabama. Get anything you need for your home improvement. Go by and tell them Barry Miller from Big Boyz Toys sent you by.
Are you having a hard time finding that special gift for that special person? The friendly sales staff at Stinson Howard Jewelers can help you choosing that right gift for the right person. They have diamond pendants, past, present, and future rings, circle jewelry, citizen watches, and diamonds from 1/4 carat all the way up to 5 carat. They also do watch and jewelry repair in each location. Stop by today in downtown Oxford, downtown Heflin, or downtown Piedmont. Tell them Barry Miller sent you by. They got gifts from $50 to $50,000.
Okay, everybody, next vehicle. You know, tonight, it's the night for unique colors. Check it out. 2000 Corvette C5, Dinah Reinhardt, Cleveland County, Alabama. Tell us about this gorgeous car.
Well, this is the 5th of 6 Corvettes in our life. And this one I had made especially for me because no man would want to drive around in yellow with a red interior. No.
Larry rides with you.
Once in a while.
I've seen Larry drive it before.
Well, maybe when I was out of town. But most men see this color and they say, oh, that looks like Miss Ronald McDonald. And they don't like it, but I really enjoy it. And back in, I guess it was October 23rd, 1999, I went up to Bowling Green and actually got to follow it down the assembly line.
Right.
And got to help put some things on there myself and made it a little bit more special.
And ladies and gentlemen, what she's talking about, she's in the Corvette Club, the Alabama Corvette Club with us. And I think it's the rotors. Is it the rotors where you signed, or what is it?
No, it was the right rocker panel.
The rocker panel on this car, she watched it go through the assembly line, and she actually signed her name on this car as it was going through the assembly line. They sat there and watched it. That was an experience, wasn't it?
It was a great deal of fun.
And you ordered it, so you kind of watched them put on it what you told them you wanted on it.
Right.
Okay, and then what was it? About 6 to 8 months, you had a little more stuff done to it. What'd you do to it then?
Oh yeah, I took it down to a friend in Sarasota who has Corvette Concepts, and he did a little bit of cosmetic surgery to it under the hood. I also had the horsepower boosted up to 400. Goes a little bit faster.
A little bit quicker.
Just needed a few more horsepowers. And he also put on European tail lights, air ram.
Okay, and this is what's this kit called?
It's the Mongoose 400
kit.
SS. Mm-hmm.
And ladies and gentlemen, what she's talking about, you're looking at it right now. The motor of this car is just immaculate. I mean, when you're looking at this engine, you're gonna say, now, the Corvettes don't come. No, it don't come like that. I mean, you've seen some of the new 2000, 2003s, 2001s, but the Corvette engines look sharp in the new cars, but they're not going to have what this one's got on it because you had the special kit put on it.
Right.
And what all have you done to the inside? Them are some red seats.
Mm-hmm. Haven't done anything in particular to the inside. I put my own wheel cover on and floor mats with my name. But that's about it.
And you go in all the parades too, because everybody talks about that yellow Corvette, because when we're in the parades, I said, look at that yellow Corvette. I mean, you couldn't rob a bank.
Oh, no.
You couldn't rob nothing with this car. You will be found. They can find you.
Oh, yeah.
What do you, oh, Larry's standing back. Larry's hiding. Why ain't Larry coming up? He's scared him. If I ask him to come up here, would he come? Yeah, come on, Larry. Let's get Larry up here too. He's Corvette man too. This is kind of like a family show, and Larry goes everywhere. You see her, you see the Corvette Club, you'll see her and Larry there. Mm-hmm. Hey, Larry, how we doing? And ladies and gentlemen, we got an event coming up. I'll tell you about it. What, the 21st, 22nd? Of February. We're going to be in the Quintard Mall with the Alabama Corvette Club. You want to see some Corvette?